oh man, oh man. One Piece chapter 982. This was titled Scoundrel Meets Scoundrel, and damn it, if this wasn't one of those chapters, obviously the ending where you have Ulti and you have Luffy meeting one another, and both of them like, who are you? That was kind of hilarious, but the fact is, it's like, everywhere that it turns, it's like the Straw Hats are fucking this up. Chopper and Usopp, they've had no choice but to engage Big Mom. Totally understand that was unavoidable. Nami, oh man, it breaks my heart to even say this, man. Nami ends up getting part of her stuff compromised because all of a sudden it's like, oh, you're the one who kidnapped Zeus, and now Nami's got to worry about that whole situation. Then you got the situation where all of a sudden you're looking at everything and you're going, what the fuck is going on here? The Straw Hats are completely just dropping the ball. The only ones that seem like they're kind of getting this done right are Kanemon's people. And, you know, I gotta say, like, if it's gonna end up being somebody from Kanemon's crew that ends up taking down Kaido, I'm all for it. Or at the very least, somebody gotta get Orochi. Like, Orochi's on that bullshit, man. But I gotta say this, though. I like how, you know, when Kanjuro shows up, you know, Kaido's looking, he's like, yo, oh, that's right. I remember seeing you. I could have killed you. And this is right after Kaido's like, well, you know, he couldn't have been that damn good, you know, if essentially Odin never told him about me reaching Raft Tail. So if that's gonna be a situation like that, then, you know, whatever, fam. Like, I don't know if he's as good as what you're saying, but, you know, when Kanjuro shows up and he's got Momo in his arms and he just kind of tosses him in there, he's like, yo, he tried to cut away his ropes along the way, so I had to kind of pacify him. It's just like, okay, hold on. Look at how Kaido's face is drawn at this point. I'm wondering if he was only kind of, you know, just drawn with that focused look because he noticed that Momo is still younger than what he's supposed to be, because he looks exactly like he did 20 years ago. And I'm wondering if that's the case because Kaido does kind of remark on it, or if Oda was kind of setting something else up right there. Because it's one of those things where, you know, when he's talking, he's like, I remember you very well. You know, I'm looking at it and, you know, part of me is like, does Kaido have an issue with killing kids? Because Kaido has a kid himself. That's one thing I'm kind of wondering. I wonder how old Yamato is. You know, Kaido's kid that they're looking for. How old is that kid? Because if he's supposed to be around the same age as Momo, I can kind of understand why Kaido kind of hesitated for a second, because it's one of those things where as a father, that would really explain why he kind of took the stance he did with Odin, where he was like, yo, I'm going to put you out your misery now. I'm wondering if that's it. Don't get me wrong. He did have that situation where he looked like he was going to kill Momo, but at the same time, he didn't actually follow through with it. He kind of just left him there. And, you know, if you leave him there in that actual fire and he burns away, you didn't actually kill him because he had an opportunity to escape. He just didn't have his own strength to actually get out on his own. That's the difference right there. So I'm kind of wondering if that's going to be the opportunity that Momo's going to need right there to actually take down Kaido. Now, I know that's huge, and I don't have the best track record in recent history with the One Piece predictions. So I was like, yo, Nami's going to one-shot Big Mom. Bitch, please. So I understand. Sometimes I get caught up in the moment and everything, but, you know, I got to say, like, when you have that moment to where, you know, Kanjuro tells him, like, yo, I never knew Kanemon to be this thorough. You get that moment of hope right there to where Momo's like, oh shit, Luffy made onto the island, but where are the rest of them at? And you have this moment where Orochi's like, I don't want to be hit with reassurances. I don't want to be hit with platitudes. I want the report that the goddamn samurai are good and dead. This dude's shaking. This man is clearly terrified, and I like it because, again, it's kind of playing up that whole situation. And what I also like in this moment is how you get this moment to where essentially Orochi's like, yo, I can't do anything about those samurai yet, but god damn it, string up Momo. This is the last heir of the Kozuki clan. What we're going to do is we're going to essentially have a crucifix put up on the stage. And I get it, because he's going to publicly execute Momo, obviously. But the other thing is if you're in a situation where Kanemon and the rest of them are kind of being in a situation where they got to be drawn out, that's how you do it. The same way they did with Yasui. Like, that's smart. That's very smart right there. But I also think you're in a situation where that's going to backfire. Because Momo got guts like a motherfucker. Like, being around Luffy's let this kid's balls drop. And I'm really wondering if this dude's gonna find a way to actually reverse the table. Again, I know he's pint-sized and small, but you know, Oda, by having this dude have the balls to grab the knife and try and cut his own ropes, Oda very slowly has shown you that, like, yo, this kid, he is the son of Odin. He is the son of Odin. I do feel like at the end of the day, there's gonna be some type of story told about Momo after the fact. I kind of think that's it. Now, the other big thing is you get the reveal of Marco. I did not expect Marco to essentially show up and say, like, yo, I'm here to rendezvous with Luffy. Like, I remember Marco earlier on in the Wano arc, but you know, one thing he does says is like, yo, you know, news doesn't actually leave Wano very easily. And I didn't know that things had fallen this far. So, you know, you kind of see that connection back to Odin right there. So it's kind of nice to see that. And I got to say, this other part right here is the fact that, you know, you get this moment to where Cat Viper and all of his men are sitting there and they're getting pumped up and they're ready for the actual fight. But you also get this moment to where essentially Law is adjusting the plan as they're getting closer to the actual island. And you get this other reversal of the situation where Denjiro is taking advantage of all that goodwill he's built up in Wano being undercover, and he ends up taking down Sasaki. And when he shows the tattoo on the back of his body, on his literal back, that was such a badass shot right there. That was so badass. Gotta give Oda credit for that. And, you know, I gotta say, you know, just like looking at Denjiro, like, I didn't expect that dude to be that damn built. I guess it's because, like, the baggy clothes, like, I knew he had a big neck, but, like, man, that man is cut as a motherfucker, man. Like the back muscles and everything. Big time respect on that right there. Big time respect. Now, the chapter then transitions over where you have Big Mom and she's like, yo, Straw Hat Crew, hand me over your captain. And, you know, she's drawn with that crazed appearance. And essentially, you know, because Kanema and them jumped in the water in the last chapter, you know, Chopper and them, they're drawing out Big Mom and they're kind of giving Kanema and them the opportunity to escape. But then you also get this moment to where, again, Nami gets found out. Nami gets found out because essentially they're saying, yo, you're the one that actually captured Zeus. And then you have Ulti and Page One where they show up and Luffy runs into them. Like they're inside the actual castle and I'm looking at Luffy and Luffy's just looking at Ulti. And it's one of those things to where I kind of get what Oda's doing here. There has to be some action kind of coming forward. I'm just very curious, like how's Oda actually gonna play this one off? Because again, you're just getting more and more setup. I'm okay with it, but I can imagine if you're reading this weekly, some people might get upset because it's like, damn, when's the actual fighting coming? I can kind of understand it, but you know, this is a slow build. This is what I wanted Marineford to be. Because like when I kind of got through Marineford, it was like you just jumped right into the action and it was kind of cool, but you know, I felt like there were some things that could have been built up a little better. Oda's actually taking the time to build this up now. So, I mean, overall, this is an okay chapter, man. So, you know, my chapter question for you guys is, out of all the moving parts that we have here, which part do you think is the most important? And then the second question I have for you guys is, on a scale from 1 to 10, how much is Orochi underestimating Momo? Let me know down in the comment section below. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.